Hi again, everybody.
Hey. Did you miss us?
I'm sure you missed us. So really quick before the round starts, most important thing, we have some people to shout out selfishly.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are watching on Twitch right now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. And
hi, Jacob's mom. Hi, Jacob's dad.
we saw Miles' grandma in the chat.
Yeah. Hi, Grandma. I love you. Hope you're doing well.
So now that's out of the way.
All right. Well, now we got some Mario Kart to get to.
Yeah, we have another FFA round coming up, and we got a lot more competitive players, players with competitive experience in this lobby. So we would love to introduce some of them for you before we get started here. We're going to have greenjc 12, who plays for Grounded Gaming in Division 14.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Bird, who plays for Solar in Division 4. Bucket, who I don't believe plays in MKC competitions, but he's a name that we've seen around in the LAN scene for sure.
Right, yeah. And I think he was actually casting today on the side stream.
Yeah. What? Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I want to go back to Bird really quick. I want to shout out Bird, shout out Solar.
Yeah.
Bird's actually a Koopa Troopa main, which
Yeah.
is going to be interesting because he's pretty much, I think he's the only Koopa Troopa main that
the
plays at a
only
top
one.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We see Glooba, a teammate of ours, actually.
Yeah, hey Glooba.
He's going to be the one seed in this room. So yeah, as we keep going through the list, we're going to have Nerd, who's the leader of After Party, playing in Division 10. Glooba, as we said, a member of GV, and longtime friend and teammate of ours. We'll try to not be biased. We're going to be biased.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we're
We
going to
have to.
have
That's our dude, right?
Smile, who, if it's the same Smile I'm thinking of, is from Ireland, actually.
I believe
playing
that's
for Trivial Matters.
Smiledq. I think he's Platinum and Lounge, somewhere around there. So he's a pretty seasoned player.
Yeah.
Coming all the way from Ireland, like Jacob said.
Yeah, and we're going to be rounding it out with players like Flame HBF, HammerBro, Tasogare the Unsung, and Wilderd, who are names that I have not seen before. You know, we get some new names here at Momocon every time.
Yeah.
We'll see if any of them can break into that top 6.
It's always fun to see who sticks around.
Yeah.
You know, you come to play Mario Kart, just chill, have some fun, but little do you know, there's the whole community behind it. And it's always fun to see kind of who wants to get more involved, who wants to play Lounge, wants to play 6v6, and kind of dig a little bit deeper, right?
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to only have an 11-player lobby here, so I'm not sure who's missing off the bat, but
Okay.
we are going to be missing one. Yeah, I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe we're not missing anyone. Are you sure there's 12 people on that list?
Oh.
Yeah.
As of now, starting us off, the players that I would recommend you keep an eye on are Glooba and Bird. Those are definitely the top 2 in this room, raw skill-wise. Glooba especially. Coming into race 1 on a hard runner in Piranha Plant Slide. Again, 6 races for this round 1. You got to make your statement early, and Glooba starting in 1 is in a great spot to do that right away.
Yeah, this is a track that's actually, I don't want to say it favors the inside drift players, but it's definitely even. So you want to watch out for those inside drift players. I saw one in second.
Yeah, Nerd is an inside drift player, yeah. Member of my 6v6 Sky League team last night, by the way. Shout out, Nerd.
Heck yeah.
Oh, Bird's barely staying on the track there with Triple Nanas up in 3rd.
That was actually a really lucky bump for him there.
Yeah, it was.
So we do have Glooba kind of gone in first here. Nerd in second with nothing to counter Glooba.
Which we expect. And Smile up there with a red and 2. Nerd's got to watch out for that. It is the Smile from Ireland, confirmed now.
Yeah.
Kind of as expected, Glooba running it up, and then Nerd up here on the inside drifting bike with a Rang. Smile has to watch out for that as well as Bird.
Yeah, I thought Smile fell off there, but I think it was a little bit of a
Bucket can get hit out. Nerd hit out as well. It's going to be Smile and 2. Glooba spaced in 1. He has a blue length lead at this point.
I think you can definitely red him out, but I think Bird
Smile getting clipped by the blue on the way, and Nerd up into 3rd, but he's getting red, and Glooba is in a great spot to take this blue and stay in 1st.
Yeah, with
Bird with
there.
red in 2, though. As we said, Koopa Troopa main representing.
Yeah, Smile here having triple reds in 3rd, triple shrooms behind, so you're going to want to throw these reds at Bird, of course.
And Glooba just benefits from this. Bird is going to get hit out. Smile's going to get hit out. So everybody behind Glooba is getting hit. And he just, look at that breakaway.
Yeah, look at that lead. Yeah.
Freedom Vigilante, a name that I'm not familiar with, up in 2nd with triple shrooms. Great spot for them. And another blue comes in for Glooba. That's unlucky for him.
Nerd and a Ghost here. I wonder if Shock will come.
Doesn't look like it will. Yeah, Ghost is going to end. And Bird is all the way down into last. Unfortunate for him.
Glooba's still having a big lead, and Nerd has nothing.
Glooba has taken 2 blue shells this race, and he's still that far ahead in 1st. HammerBro in 4th with triple greens. 4 greens, actually. So he's going to want to chain this, hopefully get a mushroom for that cut at the very end of the track. Bucket in 3rd with a red. Could do some damage to that red Yoshi in 2nd. But no, he's going to hold it, holding that mushroom for the end. Protecting against a ghost.
Right.
And a third blue is going to put and a shot. greenjc dodging in a high spot that benefits him a lot. And that red Yoshi, that's going to be Nerd in 2, passing the line in time. Glooba, Nerd, greenjc rounding out that top 3.
Yeah, we're going to have Glooba with a very dominant lead, taking 2 blues and still having a huge lead there.
Smile and Koorie and Wilderd rounding out that top 6. So
Bird actually falling all the way down to 10th there.
And in a 6-race room, that's really bad for Bird. You
Yeah.
can't really afford to have
Yeah.
even one more of those races.
Right. I mean, we said it before, every point counts.
Yeah.
You want to be able to rack up as much as you can, and that's why, players like Glooba, really want to use their speed to their advantage.
Yeah.
Get to the front as fast as possible.
Which
just
he
try
did.
And hold it. Oh, yeah.
He did that
for sure.
race. Like,
for sure.
Glooba he took 2 blues and he never left first.
Yeah, but I mean, the players behind him really put in some work.
They did.
To give him that lead for sure. So
yeah, a lot of aggression in those 2, 3, 4 positions. Glooba benefited.
yeah.
Every other spot was being shaken up like crazy the entire race. I think that might be the story of this round.
Yeah.
If that keeps up.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it is kind of track dependent. If Glooba can get a runner, and we do go into Music Park. This is a track
It is
that
another runner.
Glooba likes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might need to start ignoring Glooba pretty soon. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty
Yeah.
likely that he just runs away with this, with another track pick like this.
After race 1. Man?
After race 1, I'm
don't
that
know.
confident in him.
Yeah. All right. So we do have greenjc using green Yoshi. Pretty fitting.
Pretty fitting.
Going to be starting in 3rd here. And then we do actually, I want to say that this is a pretty tough track for those inside drift players because you do have some really wavy turns. You have a super bounce at the end of those wavy turns, and you lose probably about maybe a second and a half, 2 seconds per lap.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for someone like Nerd and someone like the other Daisy inside drift player that we saw earlier to keep up.
Bird is actually pretty advantaged on this track. There's a lot of tight turns, and Koopa Troopa, being lighter weight than the meta, is going to be better for taking those tight turns easily.
Yeah. Bird's going to need to play pretty aggressive if he wants to get up to the front here. Kind of just sitting in that mid-pack.
Green with a red in second, 2 reds in second. Glooba's got to watch out. And he's choosing to play more conservatively. greenjc
No,
is.
I like this approach.
It's a good play. You want to leave Glooba in 1 because then he can take the blue shell for you.
Definitely. You want to play the long game. You want to be able to hit them out, after blue's been thrown.
Yeah.
Just in case there's not another blue, right?
Yeah. Smiledq up in 3rd. He came all the way from Ireland. You would want to see him advance to round 2 at least.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean that's what you want if you're going to be traveling that far, right?
Yeah. And Bird and HammerBro, good items in those mid spots. Smiledq with Shroom in 3rd as well. Yeah, Glooba taking the blue. Right after the super bounce, he is going to hold first for now. Smile protecting against that red shell, but now he's left with nothing in second.
Yeah, greenjc maybe might have just let Smile into second here.
Yeah.
Glooba's still having a decent lead
Bird
after that
missing
blue.
the box. Unfortunate for him, especially as he's in star. Not really able to capitalize. And Smile with a red. He's got to watch out for that.
Smile doing a little trolling with this red here. Bird having nothing in 3rd. Yeah, Glooba still has an insane lead.
Bomb in 1.
Scary item in 1 for sure.
He could back this bomb and it would explode before anyone else even got to it. He's that far
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, I don't think he has any reason to play aggressive here.
No, he has no reason to play
He can just hold what he has.
And the red's coming in for him. He's going to be forced to use that bomb. Yeah, he will. And Smile left without another red shell in 2, so Glooba's safe for now. greenjc with the triple greens in 4th. That's dangerous for
Bird
everybody
with
in
this
front of him.
plant is scary for sure.
Man,
You
everything
can
is
just
scary. Oh, the bomb!
Oh! Smile choosing to play aggressive there. Does pay off for him as he does hit out greenjc there on the line.
And Glooba perfect after 2. Bird picking up 2nd. That's good for him after getting 10th race 1.
Yeah, you know what? We'll take it. If we're greenjc, we'll take it, right?
We will. So yeah, we're going to start to look at these middle spots overall. Freedom picking up 4th after losing, getting last place first race, so that's good for him.
Yeah, that's already a pretty crucial second for Bird.
Yeah.
As he makes up a lot of those points he didn't get on Piranha Plant side.
So yeah, the spots so far, we're going to have Smile in 2nd with 17, and then Bird on 13 and 6th. So that 2 to 6 is actually pretty close, but 7th, Freedom below that is on 9, so 4 points behind 6th.
Yeah. And if we, if we have 11 players in the room,
Yeah.
the point distribution's a little bit different.
It's harder to make those comebacks
Yeah.
in a smaller room.
Yeah, especially if you have, less points, right?
So yeah, we're actually seeing kind of a separation between the top 6 and everybody else already.
Yeah.
And if you're outside of that top 6 now, so Freedom, Tasogare, Bucket, HammerBro, Wilderd, they got to make something happen pretty soon. Again,
Yeah.
only 6 races. You got 4 left.
Yeah.
You need to get a good race now.
Yeah. Maybe it's some of their unlucky tracks,
Yeah.
Maybe Cheeseland will be what changes it, right?
Cheeseland is probably going to be what changes it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a track that's harder to break away on.
Yeah.
And easier to kind of play from the back.
Just like Dry Desert last round, if you were tuned in for that, this is a very hard sandbagging course. So you're going to want to stop for good items at the beginning. Get those stars, get those bullet bills. That's how you win a race like this.
Yeah. The thing that's different about Cheeseland than Dry, you know, on Dry we talked about it, there's a lot of off-road. That's why the track is such a hard bagger. But on Cheeseland, there's a really powerful bill extension, bullet bill extension. You know, if you use your bullet bill in a specific spot, it extends and it gives you a little bit extra invincibility. If you use it at the beginning of the lap, kind of right around that first turn, or if you use it through this cheese hole that we see here on the right, then it extends all the way to the glider. It gives you, you know, pretty much like half the track of invincibility in a bill there.
By the way, Glooba on that yellow Birdo still choosing to run on a track like this. I kind of like that strategy from him.
Yeah.
For one, it's an 11-player room, so shocks are slightly less likely.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, he's very confident in his running ability. He knows he's a fast driver.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you're a fast driver, play to your strengths, right?
Yeah.
Don't bag everything. It's kind of just plain and simple.
Yeah. On the other hand, I do see Bird on that Koopa Troopa pretty far in the back, so we see the two opposing strategies on a track like this.
Yeah, we do see people holding their bullet bills in the back. The question is, are they too far back to capitalize from it? Depends if a shot comes in.
It's actually kind of a bad position for him because he's billing now. He's up into third, second with a golden, so shock hasn't happened yet. If and when it does hit, he can't really dodge it. Blue is out for Glooba, but he has a good lead for it. And Tasogare has the shock in 10th. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name. He is going to use it. Glooba, it's actually dodging Glooba's blue shell for him.
It's pretty beneficial shock for Glooba.
Yeah, Bucket dodging in third. Great for him. We'll see what item he can get here. He has a lot of distance, and it's going to be... No, triple greens. Awful pull for him. And we'll see what happens near that back of the pack. The red Yoshi starring up. He's in a great spot. And the bullet bill, not sure who that is on the mini-map. It's going to be HammerBro in 10th, the second bullet bill. And Bird coming up into third.
Bird in a great spot here, but there is a red right behind him, I believe. No, I think it just got ghosted, or maybe I'm just misseeing that.
I'm seeing Bucket pretty high up here in the pack, and he's one of those players who is outside the top 6 right now, so it's going to be important to see what spot he can pick up on this race. Smile, forced to go around the ending cut. He's going to lose spots for that.
Yeah, taking that risk, and it doesn't pay off.
greenjc hit on the line, not losing too much, still going to get 6th, and Nerd back in 9th. He's another player who was in that top 6, so the spots are going to shake up a little bit here.
Bird with that crucial first there, Glooba in second. Unfortunately ruined his perfect record, you know. But yeah, Bucket getting that third is pretty huge for him, as that does shake up the spots a little bit more.
Oh yeah, so wow, this is now really close. It's going to be Bucket and Nerd tied for 5th on 17, and then Koorie, HammerBro, Freedom a few spots behind them down to 14, and then Wilderd on 11, Tasogare on 10. It's close.
Yeah.
Like, any of those people could break into the top 6 with a few good races.
Yeah.
So
I think Koorie was in that top 6 before the last race.
I believe so.
Probably a little bit higher up, I think, in like 3rd or something like that. And they've just now been knocked all the way down to 7th. So they're in a pretty rough position already.
The spots are shaken up
with
a few races left. We're halfway done. That was race 3. Anyone's game.
Yeah, all it took was Cheeseland.
Yeah. By the way, Glooba, kind of as expected, I think he's already pretty much in. He's on 37 after 3.
Right.
The line on 6th is 17, so I think he's pretty much good already.
Yeah.
Bird and Smile also doing pretty well on 26 and 25. greenjc kind of in no man's land on 21, but that's our top 4.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to call it too early because it's Mario Kart. You know, things can happen. We have 3 races for a lot of things to shake up still. So
theoretically, anything can happen.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know, those 4 are looking pretty good.
Yeah, all they got to do is just hold those spots. All right, we're getting into Royal Raceway here. Another OG classic from the original 32 tracks on Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. This is another track that it's runnable, but it does kind of also favor playing from the back.
Yeah, you want those mushrooms for the end cuts. Bucket, by the way, is a player that's in 5th overall right now. He's someone we should be keeping our eyes on, as there's a bit of a line fail. He's forced into the back.
Yeah.
It could benefit him in the long run.
Yeah.
Nerd, also a player that's on the bubble. He's in 5th place.
Nerd just clip farming there, going for that snipe.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
He's a player who, again, on that Yoshi bike, there's a few tracks that benefit him, a few tracks that really, really do not benefit him, and this one's kind of neutral for him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when there's a different drift style, you want to see neutral. Especially if you're clawing for some of those points, and Nerd being in tied 5th overall could
Freedom
be
getting
dangerous.
hit out. HammerBro up here. He's another player we got to watch out for, as well as Freedom.
Yeah. We do see Glooba and Bird in top 2, kind of just running really close to each other with a big lead so far.
These mid spots, there's a lot of mushrooms at play here. We got to see who's going to opt to go for the cut and who's going to go around for the set, because that could dictate a lot going into this lap 3.
Yeah, HammerBro burning his shroom to go for a set there. I like that plan.
Unfortunately, only getting a single from it. It is going to be triple shrooms, which is an item that you want at that set. But the plant behind him, he's forced to use it. Oh, he's nervous.
Man.
Oh, it's
and the plant going wide to hit him too.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh.
Back in 8th, but he's
he
going to
does
pull
get
a
a star. Star could be good.
For him, yeah.
Depends on what's going on with Shock in the back there.
Pack is very wide, so a shock is pretty likely, I would think. Bucket pulling a star as well in 6th. Oh, everyone's at a pretty good distance.
Yeah, Bucket's in a great spot here if he can save
Freedom
the star
Vigilante in 4th, but no mushroom, so he might lose some spots here. We'll see what he can get at this set. And the star from Bucket, holding his breath, and he does dodge! Starting up at the end, that's great for Bucket.
Let's go, Bucket. Is he going to get second? I think that was just 3rd.
Yeah, 2 or 3, but he was in 5th. He's going to be in a more stable position now. HammerBro picking up 4th as well. That's good for him. We'll see what our spots are overall after that. I think it's still going to be, really close.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to call it for Glooba.
I think
as
Glooba's
he's
good.
13 points above 2nd already.
50 after 4 in an 11-player room. That is
Yeah,
it's pretty good for Glooba. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Light
So,
work, right? Light work.
greenjc on 28 and 3rd, and then Bucket Smile on 26, and then 6th place is going to be Nerd on 23. Right behind him, 1 point behind is HammerBro.
Yeah.
And then a few more points behind that. So really, still could be any of them.
Yeah.
I think we really need to start focusing on Nerd and HammerBro because they're very close on that
HammerBro,
6th.
I was reading his sheet before we started. He seems like an up-and-coming player.
Oh, yeah?
Went to the University of Tennessee and found the collegiate league through his school. So, he started off a little bit rough, but he's actually kind of clawing his way to the front. And that dodge on the last race was...
that was great for him.
It was huge for him, yeah.
Yeah, those collegiate players, man. The collegiate league for Mario Kart is something that has been bringing a lot of new players into the scene recently.
Yeah.
It's great to see because, college is when I started playing Mario Kart. We didn't
right.
have anything like that back when we were in college.
Yeah. What sucks is that the rule is that you can't play for any of the collegiate teams if you graduated within the last 2 years. And unfortunately, I graduated 3 years before the collegiate league actually started getting formed.
Yeah.
So
shout out to all of them. They're doing great things for the community.
Oh,
for
definitely. No, it's fun to see communities come together that way.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting into a hard runner here with Wario Stadium.
Glooba's in the back, by the way. He got hit out pretty early. He's someone who's going to be able to push back ahead. And again, he's probably fine either way, but it's been rare that we've seen him outside of the front in this room.
Right. Very technical track that will reward the players that put the time in.
Yeah.
Bucket going for some pretty insane struts there.
Yeah.
Catching up to Nerd here.
Bird has definitely put the time in on this track.
Oh,
he
definitely.
is going to break away in 1 for sure.
If you're driving a slower character like that, you need to be fast.
Yeah.
You need to know exactly how to play it, how to kind of weave those turns and everything.
And Bucket, it's good that he's up here in 2nd because he is in 4th overall, but he's in a position where he could lose that spot still. He's not that far ahead points-wise. And having protection in 2, he's in a decent spot to maintain that position.
Right. Yeah, and Bird breaking away here.
Blue shell is out for Bird.
Blue does come in.
Watch out for the banana tights. Someone could hit that. Everyone in the top 3 making it past, and Bird getting redded, not able to dodge the blue anyway. And Bucket up with triple shrooms in 1. Great positioning for him.
This is huge for him.
We'll see what he gets in pocket. That could make or break his race. Look.
Yeah, if I'm Bird, I just want to keep this guy in 2nd because there's gonna be a 2nd blue. It's just kind of how it's
looks like
gonna
Bird
be.
got hit out there.
Yeah.
There's gonna be Nerd in 2nd.
Yeah,
he
Nerd
doesn't really
is
have anything to
notoriously
hit out 1.
Yeah, Nerd's very, very aggressive as a player, which I think is working to his benefit, especially in a room like this. Yeah, Bucket, I assume, still has those shrooms in 1st.
Probably quiet from the top spots here. We do see Glooba back up into 3rd, making the comeback as we kind of expected he might. Yeah, that is going to be an easy 1st, and then Nerd should hold 2nd here as well.
Yeah, pretty clean driving from Bucket. You can tell that he put the time in on this track.
That was a very clean race.
Yeah, definitely.
The positions were held. 1 blue shell. That's all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good 1 from Bucket. That definitely secures his spot.
HammerBro and Smile here tied. Are we going into the last race, or do we have 2 more?
Yeah, this is going to be last race coming up.
Okay.
And it is going to be HammerBro and Smile actually tied for 6th right now on 27. And they're kind of on an island. There's other people who could change positions with them, but it's most likely between those two. And again, they're tied for 6th right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're the only ones that we really need to look at this next race. That is the story of the next race.
Yeah, I mean,
one of
this
them is
is
moving through, one of them isn't.
Yeah, this is the position that we talked about. You know, like when you're in, when you're tied for an advancement spot here, you have the advantage if you know the other player, and you know what you can pick to kind of screw them over. How you know you can outdrive them. You want to pick your best track, but I think that these 2 players,
I don't think they do.
They don't know each other at all. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of a dice roll in that way, right? You just need to pick something that you're confident in.
For sure.
Hope the other guy isn't confident on it, too.
Yeah, exactly.
But we are going to be going to Neo Bowser City for the last race, and this is going to really nerf the inside drifting bikers here. So, actually, Nerd in 5th. He's 7 points ahead of that cutoff point. But he's someone who actually might need to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, there is a world where Nerd gets last, HammerBro and Smile get top 2, and both of them advance over Nerd. So nothing's out of the question quite yet.
He's probably fine, but he's not guaranteed fine.
Exactly.
That's what you need to worry about if you're him.
Yeah, but it looks like our top 3 are top 4 roughly are pretty set. I don't think it's likely that 2 people are going to get knocked out from that 3-4 spot. So.
And by the way, if we are going to bring up Nerd in 5th, we should also bring up Freedom and Koorie in 8 and 9. They're only about 4 or 5 points away from that top 6, so if they get a really good race, they could still advance.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, nice back from Glooba. That's actually going to hit 2 people.
We can respect that. We can respect that. That was a good back.
You know, HammerBro is one of our people on the bubble, so that back could affect things later on. Obviously, it's only lap 1.
Yeah, I think if you're HammerBro, you don't want to push up too early. You want to kind of play from the back if you get hit there.
Yeah.
Get your coins up. Get some good items to come up.
Watch that green.
Okay.
Nerd is up here even after the S turns, which are very slow for Yoshi bikes. So good stuff from him, able to maintain that top spot.
Yeah, I think Nerd's a long-time player. You know, he knows how to play this track. He knows how to. He knows that other teams are going to be picking this against him.
HammerBro with the fire, and Koorie as well, and greenjc. 3 sets of fire. The build coming up for Smile. That's good for him. He's up into 4th with a star. No, but he's going to get hit out right away.
Oh.
Again, he needs a good spot here.
Yeah.
He's kind of in no man's land. He might pull another dodge with Glooba that far ahead. We'll see what he gets here. No, but the shock right after set. Freedom gets into set. He's a player who, again, could advance if he gets a great race here. But he is also on Yoshi bike, so he's at a disadvantaged state here.
Yeah, Freedom in a great spot here. Blue does come in for Glooba. I wonder if that will matter. Bird has a star in 2nd.
Yeah, Bird is going to be 1 after this blue shell for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite matter. They're both guaranteed in. Glooba could play spoiler here, though.
Yeah,
HammerBro missing the set. That's very costly for him. I think Smile's ahead.
Yeah. Could be tough for him, especially around this turn.
I think Freedom's still in 3rd, though. This could be him.
I think he needs to hit out Glooba if he wants a chance here.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be close. Smile up into 7th. Can he capitalize from this cut? The golden mushroom. Is he going to get hit? No.
HammerBro passes him there.
He's going to lose the tiebreaker, but where did Freedom finish?
Freedom fell all the way down to 8th.
Oh, no. So who is 6th?
It's going to be HammerBro.
HammerBro picking up 6th. Wow. Congratulations for him. And unfortunately, Smile from Ireland, unfortunately.
All the way out from Ireland.
Flying all the way out, and he's out in round 1. You do hate to see it.
Yeah.
That was yet another fun round, though. And I think, our top 6 confirmed moving on is going to be Glooba, Bird, Bucket, Nerd, greenjc, and HammerBro. Unfortunately, going to lose Smile and Freedom at the end, as well as our remaining players. Yeah. Fun rounds all around. Well played to everybody, and that was fun up until the end.
Yeah, I mean, dominant top 2 from Glooba there. 70 and 57 points, respectively, in an 11-player room after 6 races.
70 after 6 in an 11-player room is, like, ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
That's almost perfect from Glooba.
Yeah, I don't think he got any lower than 3rd that entire time.
No, he didn't. I can't compliment him enough. Again, we're biased. He's our teammate, but he's very good at Mario Kart.
Yeah. I mean, we know how he plays, so got some high expectations.
Yeah. So going into our next round here. Okay, there's our final results. Awesome. So going into our next round here, we are going to have round 2 of the free-for-all, and we're going to have Brat and FC Smiley on the mic.
Woo!
So I
Yeah.
hope you're all looking forward to that. We are going to be calling it here for today. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we're going to hand it over to them for now.
All right.
Hope you guys stay tuned in.
Well, I've been Miles.
I've been Jacob. See you guys.
All right. Have a good one.